Carlos Nelson with Cascade Media Group and Cascade Sports. And tonight we have the head coach of the Southeast Blue Knights, uh, Coach Kearney. Hey, Coach, pleasure having you on the show. I want you to give a rundown to our sports fans and your fans about uh, what's been going on in the last month with your team and your players. The ball is in your court, Coach.
All right, first of all, let me say thank you, Carlos, for giving us this platform. We really appreciate it. But I have to correct you. It's the Southeast Knights. We
Nice.
don't
I'm
say the
sorry.
Blue Knights. That's
Get
all
me
right.
together.
That's
Old man.
okay. The alumni, we're very particular about, things being presented the correct way for our school. So
I
it's the
love it.
Southeast Knights. But again, thank you for the platform. We really appreciate it. I do have to shout out my guy missing in action, Coach Blaine Marshall. We were rocking and rolling for 10 years, and he made a decision not to continue this year due to COVID concerns, and I totally respect that. But we do miss him. But at the same time, I got my guy rocking with me this year, Malik Dungee. He's my assistant coach, and man, the guy has been incredible. And one thing I really love about Coach Dungee is his ability to be very, very precise regarding the analytics. He comes in the day after the game, he has a complete write up with stats, with things that we didn't do, things we need to do. And he gives the guys an intellectual look at why certain things within the game didn't work out, why certain things did work out. So, my hat goes out to Coach Dungy. He's been a real blessing to my program, and I really appreciate his work ethic. And our philosophy is one in, all in. And I can honestly say, man, Coach Dungy is really, really all in. I love him for that. In addition to Coach Dungy being on the program, I got two seniors. My guy, Jalen Carolina Harris, has been in the program 3 years. And then my guy, Jay Mill, this is his first year really playing organized ball, and he's a senior. And at this point, you know, I can honestly say that Jay Miller is the most improved player going into this week as we're getting ready to play Benton and a few other games this week. So both of the seniors have been instrumental in our development this year. And, I'm just blessed enough to have these guys in my program, and they have been major contributors to the success that we've had this year. In addition to my seniors, I do have a sophomore making his debut with Cascade Sports, Mr. Tyrone Stamps. And I chose Tyrone because he was a freshman last year in my program. But in addition to that, his level of commitment this year is off the chart.
Hey,
He
Coach, he
hadn't
got
missed
the
but one.
Snoop look. He got the Snoop Doggy Dog look.
No, that's my guy Jay Mill. That's
Oh,
my
hey,
guy Jay
hey,
Mill.
hey,
Yeah.
Jay, hey, tell me this, Coach.
Uh-huh.
Over the last 5 years, this terminology "dog" coming into the sports lexicon. Can you talk about who your dogs are?
Well, we got a few dogs. You know what? But we kind of really, Carlos, to be honest with you, we like to consider ourselves wolves, you know,
Woo! You done took
because
it to another level,
yeah,
baby
because the
boy.
wolves, they attack in packs, they're coordinated.
The strength is in the pack.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I went down the line last game. It's funny you say this, but I went down the line last game and asked each player eye to eye, chest to chest, are you a sheep or are you a wolf? And you know what the reply was. Everybody's a wolf. So, we're attacking packs, we're coordinated. It's a team oriented thing, it's one in, all in. And that's our philosophy, man. That's how we roll here at Southeast. Now, do we win every game? Of course not. But I can guarantee you, we are pulling that rope in the same direction. We are on the same page and one accord. And I love those guys for buying in to Coach Dungy, Coach Marshall's, and my philosophy of one in, all in. But can I get back to Stamps? Because Tyrone, raise your hand for a second so everybody know who you are. Yeah, he's a sophomore on the program. And, his level of commitment this year has been off the chart. And he's been very, very coachable. When you correct him, it's yes, sir, no, sir. He tries his very, very best at all the drills. And what I really love about him, in addition to the things I stated, is his ability to connect with his assistant coach, which is Coach Dungee. It's one thing to have the ear of the head coach, but it's another thing to have the ear of the assistant coach. And that just shows a collaborative effort on his part and the coach's part to make sure that everybody's on one accord and everybody's one in, all in. And Tyrone, I can honestly say, particularly this year, that he's done an excellent job of just being all in. And he's playing well this year. Matter of fact, I didn't tell him this.
What position does he play, Coach?
I'm getting ready to get to that. He's on the verge of dressing out on varsity if his progress continues, and I know he's excited about that. But he's a forward / guard. He likes to penetrate, get to the basket, and what I love about him and majority of my players, they put themselves second. So he's not a selfish player at all.
Is he rough and ready on the inside or silky smooth? What's going down?
I would say right now he's trying to learn exactly what his skill set is in terms of being able to go out and be consistent at performing a certain skill set night in and night out. So he's just a sophomore and he's still developing. So his game is not fully defined yet. But what he's able to do right now is rebound, pass, get to the basket, and just be a team player. And we love him for that.
So where you going? Hey, let me FBI, CIA. Hey, Tyrone.
Yes, sir.
All right. Run it down your season. This season, where you started off on the team, what's, second squad, third squad, what you learned through the any losses and where you going. Run that down, quick step.
This season, I started at the first game is when we was playing too comfortable, and we just let them get the best of us. But throughout the season, we have kept developing and learning more each game and see what our coach is really explaining to us, like the plays he be running, what he tell us, the defense, move our feet, drop our butt, all
what
that.
What stands out in your mind from this season that was a catastrophe in your play, the team play, or whatever that you say will never happen again?
I gotta say, probably from last year, like our coach, we really ran plays, but from this year is different. It's like our coach, our plays, he know what he's doing. So we can put trust in our coach.
What you say, y'all know what you're doing. If it don't work out, it's not because you don't know what you're doing and don't know where you're supposed to be at on the floor.
Yeah, he put our trust in us. He explained us, like, go over more than one time at practice about the plays and stuff. So I say when coach know what he's doing, he know what he's doing.
But the whole thing is, how is it transmitting to you?
See, at the beginning of it, I was a little shaky about it because I was like, this is a new coach. I might not trust him. But over time, when I seen his plays and when I see what he can do, yeah, I end up learning.
So as I ask Coach, are you rough and ready or are you silky smooth? Do you say meet me in the paint or what are you talking about under them boards, son?
I got to say, meet me in the paint. That's my game down there.
That's your game?
That's my game. Yeah, I feel like I'm more comfortable.
Hold it. Don't tell me that's your game. Give my people some of your statistics. How much you weigh and how tall are you?
I really don't know. I know I put in a couple pounds. Like,
come on, man. Give me the real deal.
Like 185 to 190. I don't know.
190? All right. Well, you can be rough and ready at 190 down there. How tall are you?
5'11".
5'11". Well, you definitely better get in the weight room.
Yes, sir.
But Coach, he got hard under the boards. Hey, Dungee, I'm talking to assistant coach right now. Run your viewpoint of this man down.
I mean, to be honest, Tyrone, he is probably one of my best rebounders as of right now, and he actually do get to the paint. Sometimes a little bit too much, and it's not within system.
I love him. I love him.
But for the most part,
little Wes Unseld, little Dennis Rodman, Yeah, a little too much muscle down there.
But he is starting to learn that he's, 9 times out of 10, the Achilles heel of our offense. However he moving, we'll try to adjust to it. And, we'll just try to get it back on defense. If it's not a good shot, if it is a good shot, just keep at it.
You mentioned defense. On a 1 to 10, what's this kid's defense looking like?
Oh, I got to give you the truth. Right now, it's a 4.5 because it's not the way that we're.
Boy.
Yeah, right. I'm just saying right now, but hey, we still got a lot of games to improve. But he actually does listen.
Is he listening to you? He seemed like he the coach's pet. But tell me what's happening with you, Coach. I know you know the real deal on the brother.
Well, defensively, I think us as a whole, Tyrone included, is our level of consistency to play it the right way. And we'll do it for a few possessions, and then we'll have a breakdown. And as a consequence, it hurts us. So I think Coach Dungee and I will keep pushing our message about playing it the right way, playing it the way it's coached, and being consistent at it. And I think that's going to be the difference down the stretch. And it's taking longer than we thought, but we understand our personnel, and we know some of our students, you have to drill before they get it. And we understand that, and we're willing to do that.
Where y'all at? Hey, big boy, you playing deep down in the middle. Where you at on your conditioning? How are you running the floor?
Conditioning, I say from the
1
start
to 10.
1 to 10, gotta say like a 5.6.
Damn, baby boy. You better hurry up and get right.
Yeah.
Because that's when they need you late in the game when you tired and you make not you, but people make bad decisions when they get tired. You got to get in shape.
Yes, sir.
On a 1 to 10, where's your handles?
Handles 7.
Huh?
7.
Head coach?
I would say 5. I would say
Assistant
5.
Coach?
I was gonna go around 5.5.
Hey, bro, that's where you at. All right. On a 1 to 10, where's your jump shot, and where do you like to be in the paint or what have you when you got the ball?
Okay, I'm gonna start off by saying my jump shot improved because I was shooting it wrong, but my coach taught me.
Where do you like to be on the floor? That's what I'm asking you. Most players have a spot that they dangerous at.
I gotta say down the key in the paint. Like,
all right, that's what now everything that what you just said bears out what both your coaches said about you down low. I was waiting for you to say something different, but you didn't.
Hey, Carlos, we love our sophomore, but we giving this sophomore too much love. I got 2 seniors on here waiting to get at it.
Well, they gonna get theirs. Hey, again, they on the Black Network. We own it. We got all day. And the people that's really interested in your team and interested in these players, they gonna want to hear their story.
Absolutely.
Who we going in on next, Coach? Hey, no, before we leave, you shouting out, son?
Yes, sir.
Who you whooping it up on?
I'm gonna start down for when I was little. Shout out to Coach Shannon from the Kansas City Giants, and start growing up. I played with Coach Aaron Peterson, and Coach O, Show Me State Warriors. Yeah,
you know what? I like this boy. This boy been watching the interviews. I done forgot. Oh man, I forgot to get the other coaches. You know the program. You know, give them old coaches they props. Thank you, sir.
I've been watching since 8th grade. I was like, I always wanted to do it. So this time came, so I'm happy. Thankful.
One last thing before we get to the other boys. Who was, you bringing me back to what I was supposed to be, who was some of the mentors in your personal life?
My grandmother, Destrina Smith. She's been pushing me.
Shout out, Mama. Go ahead.
Yeah, she put the ball in my hand. So I just been loving the sport ever since. My aunt, Brandy White, she's been pushing me too. Make sure I get the games on time, make sure I get the practice, make sure I got the accessories I need. Yeah.
That we want to praise our parents and our families that are assisting you in your education and trying to give you access to a better way in life. So let's keep it moving. Hey, Coach, who we going in on next?
I got my man Jalen Carolina Harris.
Carolina, you Geechee damn baby boy. You got some Geechee in you. My people from South Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll let Carolina explain his skill set. And
why you call him Carolina?
Yeah, that's my guy. He's 3 years in. I love him to death. And Carolina, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
I'm a senior. I'm 17. I've been playing basketball since basketball wasn't really my sport back then. I actually started playing basketball, I want to say, the end of 6th grade. Yeah, and then I just gave up on football and started playing basketball. But other than that, I've been in Southeast for 3 years. Started off my sophomore year, I was playing JV. My junior year, played JV, and then now I'm on varsity. But what I like to say, the biggest part of my game is I actually can get to the basket. I can get to the basket.
What
but
position do you play?
I can play guard and a little bit of forward, just a little bit of forward.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'9".
All right, and how much do you weigh?
I weigh even 200.
All right, yeah, you can get up in the middle, West Uncell type. All right, go ahead.
But Carolina, his skill set, he's a slasher. Once he gets going downhill, he can get to the basket. And I love the way he finishes when he gets in there. And here's the key. He is not afraid to make the extra pass. So if the defense is collapsing, he's willing to make that extra pass, hit that open guy, collapses the defense.
He doesn't go for the old charge.
No, he's a smarter player than that. He's not picking up fouls like that.
All right, well, hold it. When people get intense and they slash, don't know how to. Go ahead.
I used to.
Yeah,
I used to. Yeah. I probably say my sophomore year, like how you look back and you think about what you did in the past. Like I know I used to. I used to go in. I used to just like kind of a little reckless, like wasn't thinking through.
And that's when you become a better player, when you become a student of the game. Hey, Coach, one thing I'm gonna put my money on y'all next year if Dungee stay with you, because boy, what he's bringing to your table, I don't think nobody else in the IL have that.
Yeah, Coach Dungee has been terrific. And like I said at the beginning, from the analytical side of it, with the stats and the write-ups and how he breaks it down, it just gives you a better insight on where your strengths and weaknesses are, and then it allows the kids to understand that it's not just words. These numbers and facts are backing up some of the things that we're trying to teach and educate you about the game. So, from that standpoint, Coach Dungee is a very, very valuable piece.
That's why I brought it up, because as he said, he didn't have to say, yeah, I used to play reckless. I used to charge. I know what you're talking about. I don't do that now. The numbers really will say, hey, man, you fouling out early. You're not doing this and you're not doing that. And if they pay attention to them numbers, that's going to bring them to their right sense on the floor.
Well, it just allows them to understand that we're not just saying this stuff. It's not just coach speak. We actually have
empirical scientific data.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We actually have data to reinforce what we're saying. So, when they look at it in black and white, it's like, man, they're right.
Yeah, you only shooting 50% at the foul line when we need you to be shooting at least 85%, at least.
Absolutely.
And so I know, but we haven't had the ability to bring staff on that has the capabilities of doing what Dungee's doing from my perspective.
Yeah, we're lucky to have him. We really are.
We have coaches that coach basketball and all of that, but putting the full package together for your team, and the suburban teams, they have that. They have people that are taking stats and doing all of that type thing, and that wises your players up. So getting back to you, Jalen, review your season up to now.
I feel like I got off to kind of like a slow start, like a real slow start. But
talk about it.
Like I didn't feel like I had, like, because with the COVID and stuff going on, I normally playing basketball over the summer, but it's like we couldn't, like, the gyms and stuff was closed down. We couldn't go outside and hoop, so it's like my conditioning was kind of slow, and I'm still working on it. Like to this point, like I don't feel as fast as I used to be. Like that COVID, it messed up a whole lot of stuff. Just like not being able to get in the weight room and stuff like that. Just not being able to play basketball. But I'm happy we got to see.
Well, how's your first 5? Y'all have played at least 5 games, haven't you, Coach?
Yeah, we played over 10.
10. Talk about the games, bro.
I feel like
No, I'm talking about you now.
For me,
talk about how you felt you played, what you learned. We got the Snoop ready to come on. Hurry up.
Well, basically, like this year, I kind of learned like how to play my role. Like I came into the season with a mindset that I'm trying to be one of the best defenders on the team. So I just came in. It's basically the games that we play so far is basically teaching me how to play my role and like basically when to play my role and basically how to be a good teammate.
All right.
Carolina, that was well said. That was well
said. I'm not going to cross-examine you no more.
Right.
Who the heck?
And let me just say this, and Carolina won't say this, but he's had a few personal setbacks that kind of prevented him, from missing some time. So he's working his way back, and he won't make that as an excuse, but I know what's going on. He's working his way back, and the last game, he had a pretty good game against North Kansas City, especially from.
What did he do, Coach? Run it down since he ain't.
Like he just said, it wasn't even scoring, Carlos. It's
hold it. Most of the things that real coaches appreciate, they love their stars and stuff, but they get down and dirty. Didn't score 1 point, but pass, but block, but defense, was on the bench. Rah.
Absolutely.
Those is just as much as scoring 20 points.
Absolutely. And as I was saying, his contribution last game was just being in the right positions, knowing his assignments, making the extra pass, not forcing shots, communicating. And then we're sitting out cheering the guys on the court. Some players, they got an attitude when they're not on the court for a stretch. He's up cheering and just trying to be all in. And I think that's instrumental. And that's an example, particularly for the lower class, to see an upperclassman that may not be playing significant minutes, but still at the same time, cheering and encouraging and being all in. I think that's important.
I tell my grandson, Nelson plays for Lincoln. He's a sophomore. And when you get in these systems that have upperclassmen that can play, you have to wait your turn and you have to be a team player. And when you're on the bench, what your butt should be learning. So when it's my turn, I done seen everybody make these mistakes. I'm not going to make them.
Absolutely.
And that comes with a mindset. And boy, Coach, I said I put my money on your program because I see your kids mindset is what's going to get them where they want to be next year. They looking at this year, and this is unsaid. I can see they looking at this year, but they ready for next year. And the ones that's leaving, they know that they have left their imprint on the program by what y'all are trying to accomplish. Not necessarily wins and loss, but coming together as that team, and they're gonna have their eye on you.
Absolutely.
So who are you giving your shout outs to?
First I'm gonna give my shout outs to Coach K, Coach Dungee, and Coach Marshall. They all helped my game a whole lot.
What Marshall do for you? What part of did Marshall influence you?
Coach Marshall, he helped me a whole lot, like a whole lot.
Not put it in words.
So he basically he told me what I was good at, and he told me to stick with that, and he helped me on the stuff like my weaknesses, because one of my weaknesses was my shot. So he basically helped me with my IQ. That's what he helped me with my IQ a whole lot. So
all right. Who else you shouting out to in your personal life? You got some mentors in your family?
Yeah.
Well, run it down. Who?
Charlie Harris.
Didn't hear it. Holla. Shout out. That's what it's called.
Charlie Harris. That's my uncle.
All right.
I like to give a shout out to my freshman year basketball coach. His name was Coach Broom. He helped me a lot too. Say Coach Mike Nash. He helped me a lot. Then I have to say I had my coach who first let me play basketball in the 6th grade, Coach Jenkins. He really helped me a lot. He inspired me to actually play the game.
Excellent. All right, Snoop Dogg. Hey, Coach, get Snoop squared away. Give him his intro.
This is my guy, James Miller. We call him J Mill. He is a fresh fish, but man, he has learned a lot in a short amount of time. This is his first year playing really organized basketball. And Carlos, if you would have saw him day one doing tryouts to where he is now, man, it's like night and day. And his playing time is going up. He's an excellent rebounder. And what I really love about him, he's smart. He has the mind for the game. He's intelligent on the court. Doesn't make a lot of mistakes out there. And because of that, and with his skill set and his ability to score around the basket, his playing time is really went up the last 3 games. So Jay Mill is my guy. He's a senior. I was trying to get him to play ball his freshman year, sophomore, junior year. You know, he had some other stuff going on, but now I am blessed to have him now.
Hey, man. Hey, Coach, he was performing. Don't you know? But now you done gave him a real stage.
Hey, you know what? He's taking that stage and he's putting it to use. Let's just say that.
All right. Hey, run it down your season.
My season, I ain't gonna fake it. At the beginning, I was kind of nervous. I ain't gonna lie, because, it's my first year. I ain't never really, played varsity or nothing. So I was kind of nervous. So I had to give my teammate get the chemistry up so we can be on the same level. So
how'd you do that? Ho. I like you said I had to get that chemistry. Talk about that chemistry with the
like practice and get their socials and talk to them outside of the practice, try to link up and stuff like that. Just trying to get the chemistry there. So when we gotta come and put on the show, we there to do it.
All right. What was your first 5 games like?
First 5, my first game was kind of nervous. My second, it was
what
coming
was you
to
contributing?
me.
Talk about what you were contributing, not just your feelings and how you progressed. Because obviously, Coach is up on you like, damn, you done rose from the gutter, and now you on the sidewalk, baby boy, and you getting ready to get on the basketball court. That's what Coach is saying. He getting ready to give you some time.
So I probably ain't touched no points, probably my first and second, third game, maybe. I probably ain't touched no points for real, but I wasn't really worried about the points. I was just all in trying to get the dub, here. I'm trying to do what I can do.
What were you doing? Were you passing, rebound?
Passing. I'm a board machine. I'm a board machine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
like that.
Yes, sir.
So I'm just trying to do my part to help my team out so we can get this dub and go home with the dub.
Yeah. And
So,
Carlos, the first 3 games we played Van Horn, Winnetonka, and Rockbridge. We were in all of those games. And here's the significant part about what he contributed those first 3 games. Guys got tired, had to go to the bench, and we were able to maintain a level of consistency with subs. And by him doing that, that allowed our starters to rest. So when the starters came back, it wasn't a drop off from the sub to the starters. And that's saying a lot, considering that was actually his first 3 games ever, in his high school career. And like he said, he is a board machine. He's rebounding. He's long. He's athletic. And now all of that is starting to come together in addition to his IQ for the game and understanding his role. And it's starting to come together at the right time as we push toward districts.
Hey, bro. So tell me this: what's the best part of the game that you like? What is it that you just can't wait to do on the court?
Well, me personally, I like getting a lot of boards, and I like running up and down the court. I got like a lot of energy. Like I like it.
How tall are you and what's your weight?
I'm 6'1", maybe. I'm like 6'1", and I'm like 140. Yeah, 140.
All right, so you stick man.
Yeah, Mr.
Tell me
I got some long arms.
Hey, that's what I'm gonna name you. Hey, fellas, this is a stick man. So how do you see your handles on a 1 to 10?
I say about like a 4. I ain't really like a dribbling player. I'm like a 2, maybe a couple dribbles and get to the basket. But I wouldn't say I got handles.
So he knows his limitations, coach.
Well, Carlos, Jay Mill, he's just one of those guys that's not trying to self-gloss, not trying to promote himself. He's just keeping it 100. He knows where his skill set is. He knows where his strengths and weaknesses are. And he plays and stay within his skill set.
Do you have a mid-range shot?
I think I do. Like I ain't really been using.
Or are you trying to develop a mid-range shot?
I am, because like Coach Dungee be helping everybody in the gym. I wouldn't even lie to you. Shout out to him too. Like he be helping us with our shot, telling us to open our hand, and we flicking it. Like he said you flicking it. Stop flicking it. He don't worry about that. Yeah. So yeah, he really helping out.
Hey, Coach, does he have a late bloomers like him? Because that's how I was in track and field until I was a senior. Does he have the ability to go to an NAIA that we need to be talking to colleges?
Well, as of right now, he's still developing college basketball right now. I would say maybe on the JUCO level. It all depends on how much work he puts in from now until then. But, Coach Dungee and I, we're all about skill development. And my strength is from a strategic standpoint, getting them to understand the game. Coach Dungee does a lot of skill development with those guys. And in addition to me following up with him on skill development stuff. And it's just a good combination, for these players.
Well, I'm looking at really our mission at Cascade really is to send as many of them athletes that we come in contact to HBCUs, not necessarily for your sports prowess. You can get in on scholarship or partial scholarship, and then you in the door, and that can change your damn life. And that's why, because I've seen players over 40 years, coaches talk about players like this gentleman, and they weren't all of that in high school, and then they wind up being MVP in the damn NBA. And it's all about opportunity. Hey, both y'all know that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And so as much as you are up on this young man, What I'm saying to you, that I would be setting my sights for a college and trying to further my education through sports. And I'm giving you kudos, Coach. You got your City of Fountain coach's shirt on. I noticed that right off the bat, baby. And that's what we at the City of Fountain Coaches Association about, getting you young men an opportunity to go to a Division III or Division IV. Long as we can get you in a school, a different atmosphere, and like you're learning from Coach K and Coach Dungee on this level, they'll hand you off to other coaches that will take you to another level in sports and life. And it's not about being Division I. It'd be about going to JUCO or something that I don't have to pay, and timing is right with Black Lives Matter. You guys, the government, and everybody's going to be trying to make up for lost ground, and you can benefit. But you're not going to benefit if you're not doing your grade point, and you're not getting the respect from the people in the educational fields, like both these coaches, where they have contacts that if you really making some moves, at least they can intercede on your behalf. It doesn't guarantee you anything, but it damn sure beats a blank.
That's well said, Carlos. Absolutely. And, our overall goal, and I'm not patting myself on the back at all, but, I've been at this quite some times, and I've had 100% graduation rate out of all the players that have ever played in my program. So that's one thing I'm really, really proud of. And that's something I would like to continue for sure, even in the age of COVID, when the grades are a little bit, dicey. But it is something that we stress at practice. We even bring our computers in on days to ensure that kids are trying to complete assignments. And Coach Dungee and I, it's something we preach pretty much every practice, how important those grades are, particularly to the seniors, because they're getting ready to play the game of life. And if you have aspirations on going to college academically, you have to be, sound and in a position academically to help yourself.
Hey, Coach Dungee, in closing, you got any closing words?
I mean, so overall, about just the season, right now we having, personally, I think, a very good turnaround overall, as we were talking about the stats. That's something I just thought about doing, just because I'm like, I wonder, like, if we're not, watching the game fully, if we get it on paper and we see stats, that'll make our mind just click a little bit quicker. Because, some people visual, some people have to do it. You got different type of learners. So I'm trying to basically feed the crowd whatever they need so that we all can be on one accord come game day and even practices. We might not say it, but I actually go out and practice with them to give them the extra competition to, see what's going on. And I tell them, when I have that whistle off, I'm a player. Like, we need to be competing so that we can keep that attitude, keep that aggression, that grit, that grind, everything that's needed to, be successful, not just in basketball, in life. And that's what we teach in a lot of our practices, life scenarios, along with, basketball, sports, family, anything that, anyone is needing help with.
Hey, Stick Man, what you got to say on closing?
You said what?
What do you have to say on your closing statements?
My closing statements, what I got to say is that, like, what you mean?
Well, do you have anything you want to say to the audience, or anything you want to say to your teammates?
Well, I'm gonna shout out my coach, cause he be really there when I really need him, and he ain't never gave up on me, and I just respect him for that. So I just want to make him look good, and I want to make sure I continue doing what I'm doing. I don't want to let my boys down. Make sure my grades is up and everything, so I can stay on the team. Like Coach said, one in, all in.
I like that.
And I'm really trying to be in, all in for my boys.
Hey, Tyrone. Go ahead and unmute. What's up with it, baby boy?
Sir.
Go ahead and close it on out. What you got to say to your bro?
I gotta say, I love all my bros. Like Jamil said, one and all in. Be all in for the rest of the years at Southeast. You feel me? And
I feel you, baby.
We go to war tomorrow, so hope we get a victory. Take it home.
All right. Hey, Jalen. Come on and unmute. What's up with it, baby?
I basically just want to say, I love all my teammates. Like, even when we get like the seniors and stuff, when we graduate and stuff, I'm gonna still keep in contact with them. Even hopefully next year when they got their season, I'm gonna still be at the games. But yeah, it's forever with me. So it's
that emotional connection.
But it's also one and always in. So.
Oh damn! Hey, coach, you got the culture. You coaches got the culture. Y'all got it bubbling up over there. Oh boy, they drinking the Kool-Aid. Coach got an extra spike in it. Put Dungee, have a little bit of Dungee in this, and we making things happening. Close it on out, coach.
Well, I just want to say from the entire Southeast family that we are so blessed to be here to, get this platform, have this platform to kind of tell a little bit about our program and about our players. So, Carlos, I thank you for that. And I also want to shout out, all of my players this year, because this year has been, kind of up and down. And it's not just about the wins. The wins will come. What I love about them is they've been able to work through the adversity through COVID, practicing late, having the schedule change and all the other things that go with, a season this year. And, for that reason, it's not just words. They are actually all in. And as a coach, that's all you can ask for your players. And then again, I would like to shout out Coach Dungee, man. He's been really, really instrumental and, stepping in that role when I needed somebody strong, when I needed somebody, to add a little bit more to the program. He was able to come in and fulfill that role. So, Carlos, I'm a blessed man. I got good people around me, like yourself and my team and the coaches. And I'm just happy and blessed to be in the position I am to, share some of the skills and knowledge that I have about the game of basketball. But most importantly, help these guys develop from boys to men so they can be ready to start their life and be successful in whatever direction they decide to take their life. So I'm just happy. I'm happy to be a coach. And, thank you, Carlos.
Community. It's lovely. Don't you sleep good at night most of the time?
I do, man, knowing the fact that I'm not cheating.
Yeah,
not cheating these young men.
You're a real man, to me, a real black man handing something off that's more valuable than dollars.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Carlos.
Your time and your experience. When I was talking to Calvin Wainwright earlier today, I said, Calvin, I don't know how you did this crap for 30, 40 years, because you be dealing with the little tiny ones and you smiling and you jeffing for 30 years and they love you and it wasn't about no daggone money. I be around my little granddaughter for hour and Papa, I be like, I gotta go back to work. My nerves can't take it. And you guys, y'all are not little, but to an adult, some of the moves that you make that now you realize you're making it wrong, that the coaches get you in line, it's the same thing. And as y'all learn, pass it on to those underclassmen and use some of your experience to pass some of the lessons of life that you're learning through these coaches to your family and your friends that might not be as fortunate to have male role models that are moving the needle in the right direction. So with me saying all of that, I will close out with our normal, when you invest in your community, you're really just investing in yourself. Good night.
This program is brought to you by the City of Fountains Coaches Association.